This show will contain strong language and adult themes.
You have been warned.
Guys, Billie Piper's back. Guys, Poppy's real. Guys, Susan wasn't there. Guys, Omega got defeated by the Vindicator. Guys, the Rani got eaten. Guys, what's going on? What's just happened over the past, 3 hours of my life? What is going on?
I'm still processing it, to be honest.
I don't understand.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Ladies, gentlemen, variations thereupon. Welcome back to the Cyber Delicious podcast, the last of the series. I'm here with Jack Collins, and Ollie Cutt's back.
Yay!
Hey, let's.
There was some weird thing that went on that meant that I could come back after being exterminated by the Daleks. So,
Well, Billie Piper can come back, so can you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I thought. You know.
There you go, guys.
Everything's
Guys,
kind of whiny.
chat to me about the plot of this episode. There was a lot going on. There was the whole Omega and the Rani getting destroyed. Then there was the whole Poppy is real. There was just so much going on. Talk to me. What are the overall vibes? Give me a man.
Firstly, get Omega out of the way. We watched the Three Doctors like a couple of days ago, and he looks nothing like that fucking helmet guy with the Christmas tree fucking sidekicks.
Yeah, but look at Sutek though. Sutek looked nothing like Sutek. So
Well, yeah.
it's not a new thing.
The god Sutek, in Egyptian mythology, was some sort of dog creature, so it kind of checks. But
Well, he was a bit of a dog in Empire of Death, but he wasn't like an
dog
actual
guy.
dog.
He evolved, so it sort of makes sense from a mythology standpoint. But Omega, he was just like some guy.
Well, I will say I
In a
watched it with my
big
mum.
hat.
I watched it with my mum, and she didn't know who Omega was, but she thought Omega
okay.
was like really cool. He looked really cool, she thought. So maybe to new viewers, he looks really cool. But to
Yeah.
us lot, man, I want to see classic The Mask. I wanted to see The Mask.
Yeah, the guy in the hat.
That's what I
Ollie-
wanted to. I genuinely wanted to see the guy with a mask.
I was just expecting some guy to walk out of that fucking pool.
Yeah, same. Not some fucking
Just some massive
weird.
claws.
Yeah. But I mean, they did explain why. They did say that he became his own legend, because we were in Wish World, where everything wasn't real. So that does kind of, it did end up making sense. But I would have preferred to see Omega how we saw him in the Three Doctors.
Me too.
Yeah, the Rani got eaten. Haha. Mrs. Flood's
That was so fucking satisfying because she was giving it all the big, and then all of a sudden she gets fucking devoured.
It's very funny. It was very funny. I think that because Mrs. Flood is now out there, she's definitely going to come back in a few series. I hope it's not next
100%.
series, but maybe the
Is
series
she
after.
evil, or is she going to be redeemed?
I think she's evil still.
I think she's gonna. I think with how she was treated by Varani, I think she is definitely gonna be a lot more evil the next time we see her. And I think we're not gonna see her for a while. I don't think it will be the next season. I think she's gonna go and she's gonna come back stronger. She's gonna come back greater, and she's gonna come back a lot meaner as well. Or at least that's what I hope. That's what I would do.
I can see that.
I've got another thing to say. I liked how Anita was like the sort of cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I
Resolution.
absolutely lost it when I saw, because it was the first 10 seconds of the episode.
Yeah.
It was just
the
like
cold
a
open
door
was just a
opening.
little previously, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah,
a
but
little
can I just say,
sort
the
of
cold
montage.
open was absolutely terrible. There was no previously, no nothing. It was just, I will make a new Gallifrey. Rani, you can't do this. Rani!
That's what they
That
used to
was
do though in Russell 1 though, didn't they? They
Yeah,
used
but
to
it'd
do,
be longer. It'd be 10, 20 seconds of
at the
actual
beginning of
plot points.
fucking Parting of the Ways or whatever, they'd have like a montage from Bad Wolf.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It would be actual plot points that were, yeah. That's what I think anyway. But I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Anita, I like that sort of side of things. That's why the Moth read the script.
Yeah, that makes sense. People were saying it was Missy, but this makes more sense. Way more sense, yeah.
Right.
The plot twist, Billie Piper, the 13th Doctor. There's so much, again, to unpack.
I like 13 in that episode. 13
Yeah, me
written by
too.
Russell was something I didn't know I needed until today.
I
100%.
liked seeing her because I didn't like her episodes all that much at all.
No.
But I feel like we saw a better side to the 13th Doctor today. I think she was written better, so we saw her how she should have been seen the first time round. And no, it was kind of it was really nice seeing her. I prefer her coming back than, let's say, they could have done the cop out and had David Tennant come back again, and I would have genuinely been pissed if I saw David Tennant again.
I think he's coming back with Billie Piper, man.
I would cry if it happens, because I love David Tennant, but he does not need to come back. He served his time, and I saw someone say, "Oh, I want Peter Capaldi back now. If Rose can come back, I want Peter Capaldi." Peter Capaldi is one of my favourite, my favourite Doctors, but I do not want him back. He served his time. It would not make any sense for him to return, and I think it would ruin it for me if he came back. It would ruin his legacy.
I can assure you that Peter Capaldi is not coming back.
No,
he's
definitely not coming.
Many times.
That was a wish from that guy.
But he has said like multiple times, if he comes back, he doesn't want to come back, because if he comes back, he's just an actor in a TV show. If he doesn't come back, he's Doctor Who. You know what I mean? He's Doctor Who. He lives on.
Exactly.
So, I like that from PCAP.
I love that. Big up PCAP icon, man.
Yeah.
Big up. Jack 13. Tell me, what do you think?
Yeah, I like that scene with 13.
Yeah.
When she hugs him is nice, and the little bit about Yaz, they made Thasmin canon. I
really liked that.
Yes.
The bit about Yaz, I really liked. It sort of undid the queer baiting that Chibnall did, where it's just like, let's make these two characters gay to get more people to watch, and then let's not make them gay. Let's just have an ice cream on top of the TARDIS, Yaz. But I did like the prequel, the setting up. Tell Yaz you love her, man. Tell her you love her.
It really warmed my heart. That was.
What was the deal with Poppy? Are they still in an alternate timeline?
No, this is the real timeline. So this is what I'm saying on Twitter. People are really getting different endings in their head. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm right. But what I took from this is there's the world, the real world, where Belinda is Poppy's mum. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the real.
How the
world.
fuck is she a space baby then?
Well,
is that a fake world?
We'll get to that. There's a real world where Belinda is Poppy's mum. In this world, there has been a shatter in time, which we see in the Robot Revolution. You know, Alan, go get Alan. That, yeah. So we see that. That's the shatter. And that shatter has removed Poppy from existence. You know, when they all forget her at the end and Ruby's the only one to remember, that shatter has removed it all. So they don't remember Poppy. At the end, Ruby remembers Poppy and goes, Doctor, you've got to bring her back. You know, she's in one life, but that's what the Doctor does. The Doctor, you bring back just one life. You did it to me, you did it to Belinda. So the Doctor uses his regeneration energy to rebuild that crack, which then brings Poppy back. And we get flashbacks to the series. The whole reason Belinda wants to get home, we find out, is because she's got a daughter waiting for her called Poppy. That's the whole reason why she wants to go home. And then at the end, the Doctor lands in the real world. He's fixed the crack. And it's Poppy and Belinda. And he's like, oh, I love you guys. Yeah, you're real. You're 100% human. Her daughter. This is the real world. I fixed the crack. Everything's back to normal. Go in the TARDIS. I've used all my regeneration energy, so I must die now. Billie Piper. That's how I took it. But other people are saying otherwise. What did you guys take from it?
I'm still confused, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not explained how she's a space baby.
Well,
yeah.
Don't know. That's just a Russell thing to do, though, isn't it? Just couldn't be in any other girl.
Plot hole I can't fill in.
I'm glad that she wasn't part Time Lord, though. That would have pissed me off.
Yeah, in the Robot Revolution, Belinda says she's got to go home for a shift. She's got to start a 7 a.m. shift. Not that she's got to be back for her daughter.
But that's the thing. The crack removed the daughter. The crack in time made it so everyone forgot about Poppy, and then Ruby remembered, and the Doctor fixed it. And that's when all the memories come flooding back, where she's dying in the well and she's like, my daughter, Poppy, I need to get home. We don't ever see that, but we see it now because the crack's been fixed. We're part of the universe. We haven't seen it because of this crack, which I like.
Yeah, and there's like a glass breaking as well effect.
Yeah. And there's so much.
it's just so much to process, and it's hard to come up with all
Can we
these
just
little
touch on
theories.
the regeneration?
Yeah, I think
for
we
a
need to
minute?
move on to. I feel like I've got a better theory for the regeneration,
Okay, go on. Talk to me.
but well, I just think I think that the people on Twitter going, "Oh my god, no! This is stupid. Billie can't be the next Doctor." They need to calm down and realise the credit never said she was Doctor. They just said introducing
it.
Billie Piper. So what I think is maybe the case. It's not. It's definitely not. I can't really back it up or anything, but I think that when they had that massive scene where, they were like, "Oh, Doctor, you saved me, you saved me, you saved me. Actually, you saved me. That's what you do. You save everyone." And he realised actually there's one person that he never could save, that he always wanted to save, and he was. It's when you go back to the 10th Doctor, especially with Martha, he could never get over Rose, and he's always wanted to sort of save her. So what I think has happened is he realised, actually, maybe I could bring her back using like my regeneration. And I think that there's going to be some weird fixing in the writing where he can still regenerate and bring her back, but she's not the Doctor. She's just back as... I don't know if it's going to be herself or if she's going to be what Jack thinks, which I'll lead him to talk about that. But I don't think she's going to be the Doctor there.
What you think is definitely possible? Jack, are you on the same mindset as me, where you think the console, the heart of the TARDIS, has something to do with it? All right, go on, explain to the viewers. Yeah. Okay.
So obviously Rose opens the heart of the TARDIS and becomes the bad wolf.
Yes, she does.
Where does the Doctor point his regeneration energy?
It's at the heart of the TARDIS.
Yeah, there we go. So maybe there's some sort of...
I think that's more
going on
likely.
there.
I like Holly's theory though. It's one of those ones where it very much could happen. But if I was to put money on it, I would say it's probably the bad wolf coming back.
I do like the bad wolf one, because it is clear that he's not just. It's not like it's just got like the regeneration powers thrown himself there.
Yeah.
He's guided it there. You can see that he's struggling to guide it there, but he has. So it's
100%. I like that when he's like, I don't want to do this alone. And he's like, I'm never alone with you. And he looks at Joy. I think that was a really good callback. Because, I didn't like Joy to the World. It's not a secret on here. I wasn't a big fan. I didn't like it very much. But in terms
the
of...
Anita part's good, the whole...
this,
I still haven't
yeah,
watched it. I still haven't watched Joy to the World. That's one episode I've watched.
Really? Oh, yeah, because you didn't...
I've got a weird thing where...
Yeah.
I've got a Christmas rule where I can't watch Christmas episodes when it's not Christmas. Which is really
It's
annoying.
not really
because
Christmas, though.
I really, really, really want to watch Last Christmas, but I can't until
It's so good.
Christmas comes. And it's so sad because I love that episode so much.
The thing about Joy to the World is it's not really a Christmas episode. It's just set at Christmas. Well, it's not even set at Christmas. It just aired on Christmas. There's not really anything Christmas about it, is there? Apart from the fact it's called Joy to the World.
Who knows?
I think you should just watch it, man. It's not. I don't think you. Did you understand what happened here then? If you haven't seen it,
what with
in the episode with Anita?
Oh no,
and the time
I
hotel.
get that. I get the time.
So you know what it's about. You know what Joy to the World's about. You just haven't actually watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And with your theory, Jack and Sam, I think that they could sort of go hand in hand, where he realised that one of the ways he could potentially bring Rose back is through the bad wolf entity, and maybe I don't know. I don't know if that even makes sense, to be honest. Maybe I'm reaching a bit too much with my theory now, and trying to make it work with yours. But no, all I'm saying is I'm saying right now, and Jack will bong 20,000 times let's make it. He will
Just
bond.
let me survive in this.
He will bond
scenario.
10 times.
3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, I can deal with it.
If he and he'll declare it to the government. No, he won't. No, bond 3 times. If she is a doctor, which it's not going to happen, so it's fine.
Yeah.
However, saying that,
well.
I was genuinely going to say because Sammy we've got a Snapchat group, and
We do.
he said that he was going to spoil it because I said no spoilers, and he said he was going to send me the video of ncuti regenerating, and I was half tempted to say, "Oh, okay, do that then," because it's not going to happen, and then I realised actually there is a slight possibility, and that slight possibility did come true. So maybe I need to stop. Maybe I need to stop saying things won't happen, because every time we say something's not going to happen, it happens. So
It's the Rani! It's the Rani!
we need to really be careful.
Yeah, that voice needs to be
talking
banned.
about not. we need to be careful with how we say this isn't going to happen if it's something we don't want to happen.
That's it. Jack's voice needs to be banned. Like,
Yeah.
Donald Trump's going to be assassinated tomorrow. Donald Trump's going to be assassinated tomorrow. We'll see if it happens. If it happens, we have nothing to do with it. Okay, nothing.
Maybe that's how I killed the Duolingo bird as well. Maybe I said, "Oh, his smuggle mocks me. His smuggle mocks me." Then he died.
Rip Duolingo bird. Rip Duolingo bird. Guys, chat to me about your golden moments. What was your golden moment of the episode? The bit that shone to you the most. What's your favourite?
ncuti flying on the Rani's like space scuba.
That was funny.
That was sick.
All through London. All through Canary Wharf.
Yeah, very Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
I would say
Go on.
mine was actually probably the Rani being eaten.
Yeah.
That bitch got too big for her boots. And seeing her get eaten, I was genuinely grinning. I was so fucking happy seeing her get eaten.
That's
it was so
mean.
fucking funny because she was giving it large, and then all of a sudden, literally seconds later, thank you, and eats it.
I'm still not
quick
over the
as well.
regeneration
There was
either.
no build up. Yeah, the regeneration was good.
Yeah, the regeneration was great.
Yeah.
Golden moment,
by the way,
probably not.
The beautiful shot of the galaxy and the TARDIS spinning it. That like whatever he's in, supernova galaxy, whatever, looked incredible. It was definitely showing off the Disney budget, the last of the Disney budget, must I say.
Yes.
So yeah.
Regeneration energy looked beautiful this time.
Oh yeah. It was a bit of a weird, like it was quite friendly, don't you think? Like normally, think when Tennant regenerates, it blows up the whole TARDIS. This was bigger than that, but the TARDIS is still standing. So
yeah,
it's quite a
Well,
friendly.
yes, because he went outside, kind of. Like
Which
Jodie.
is-
might be. That was a
Which
unique
is-
regeneration. I like that.
I wonder if
outside.
it's. I wonder if it could tell us anything. I don't know. Like how this was such a quiet regeneration compared to when a doctor regenerates into another doctor. Again, that could be just a dead theory that that has absolutely no
You've just got to read into everything. And you're
plausible
doing
elements
that,
to
and I
it.
like
But
it.
it's like it's just like I'm definitely saying that she's not going to be the doctor,
Yeah,
and I don't want
feel
that
that.
to happen. But I'm
I
not.
do.
I'm also, if it does happen, I'm going to be open to it, and I'm going to give it a chance because I'm not going to be like the twats on Twitter who are having a meltdown. 26-year-olds having genuine meltdowns over this, fucking throwing their toys out of the pram like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Genuinely, somehow Poppy is better behaved than these kids on Twitter.
Well,
It's fucking crazy.
did you guys see anything about Billie Piper being the Doctor? Because I'm not going to lie, I'd seen a lot of things online that she was going to be the
I've
Doctor.
seen people taking the piss out of it.
I hadn't even seen anyone taking the piss out of it.
Yeah,
I
that's,
took
so
the
you're
piss
quite
out of it the
lucky.
other day.
Yeah, you're quite lucky.
I said it in the voice, I think. Shit.
Oh God, Jack, stop talking in that voice, man.
I think
You're
I did
ruining
one
it.
of you the other day. I was like, Billie Piper's the Doctor.
Well, I'd seen it about a month ago on Twitter. Someone saying the new Doctor, ncuti regenerates. The new Doctor is female and familiar and goes back to the start. And then everyone was like, "Oh, it could be Susan. It could be da da da." And then they posted saying, "Ooh, keep your eyes on the BAFTA tonight. The next Doctor's there."
Oh yeah.
And it was between Billie Piper and I can't remember, it's like Karen Gillan or something like that. And everyone was like, "Well, back to the start. It makes sense. Billie Piper. Oh yeah, Nicola Coughlan, but she doesn't go back to the start." So everyone was like, "It must be Billie Piper." And since then, I've thought it cannot be Billie Piper. Like it cannot be. Yeah. There's no way. And then, lo and behold, she isn't the Doctor. I'm telling you, she's not the Doctor.
But there's no information about it anywhere. The credits said introducing Billie Piper. There's nothing on Unleashed apart from about Ncuti leaving. What the fuck is going on, Russell?
However, I like that there's still a possibility of her being a Doctor, because it leaves us questioning.
It does.
And that's what we need. We need to be questioning, because that builds us up for the next series. And I'm hoping, because he's building it up so much and having us do all this talk and even having people pissed off about it on Twitter, that there's thousands of them out there, I'm hoping that's the reaction he wanted. And I'm hoping with that reaction, he can turn to season 3 into something extraordinary.
He's a good builder of hype, Russell. He loves building up hype, so he's good at that.
And he delivered on this episode.
He did.
I saw a lot of people questioning how this episode would go and said it would be a flop and stuff beforehand. But I personally think he delivered on every single promise he said about how it was going to be a big one and you shouldn't see spoilers. And also, talking about not seeing spoilers, when will people learn that for as long as they're on social media during the airing, they are going to get spoilers? Stop complaining, go off social media, turn off notifications, and even delete the apps if you need to, because that's the only way you're going to avoid spoilers.
That's it. People kick off at me all the time.
Be quiet.
Keep off.
Of course. My golden moment of the episode was when Murray Gold played Where There's Tears, There's Hope, which is my favourite song in all of Doctor Who and hasn't been heard in 8 years, and I loved it very, very much. Big up season 10. I love it. Inject it into my veins. Now, I think that's all we've got time for today, because we don't want this to run over too long. They're normally about 20-25 minutes, which is what we're at, unless there's anything majorly stand out that you
feels like
want
it's
to
been
talk
longer
about.
though, I have to say.
It does, yeah. Well, we talked about a lot. That's what I like about these episodes. We jam pack a lot into this time period. But do you guys, is there anything out of like that we need to talk about?
I'm just gonna say I'm gutted that Ncuti left. I'm genuinely sad about that. Because he's like
I wanted to see him for a third.
He's technically my Doctor, like my first one I've seen sort of unfold, apart from like David Tennant, who was like series 4.5. Basically, there's 3 episodes.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So technically, it's
and he really shone.
He did, yeah.
Just oozes.
And he really shone this season.
Oozes with like charisma and vibes. And...
Season 1, I feel like he was getting into the character, and season 2, I think he really shone. And it's sad that we don't. I'm
gonna miss him. I'm genuinely gutted.
I will as well. Well, rest in peace, Ncuti Gatwa. No, rest in peace, 15th Doctor. Ncuti Gatwa's still alive. Yeah, rest in peace, 15. You've got my whole heart.
Don't do that in a voice, Jack. Yeah. Don't you fucking dare.
Don't you worry.
And rest in peace, Ruby Sunday, for not getting to say goodbye again to the Doctor. Yeah. Twist. This is why I think it was written for Ruby, because he would have said bye, and he would have said I love you, which is what he didn't say to Ruby in the Empire of Death. She's like I love you, and he doesn't say it, but this time he says it to Belinda. He would have said that to Ruby. It would have made so much more sense. But
he says it to the Doctor, but he doesn't say it to Ruby as well. Fuck it out.
He does say
he says it to Belinda and the Doctor, but he still can't say it to Ruby.
Ruby needs to run. Ruby needs to run. Anyway, thank you for watching. Ruby,
come find me. I'm a real man.
Leave a like, subscribe. Super thanks if you want. And subscribe to Jack, subscribe to Ollie. Ollie said he's going to do a video at some point talking about shit.
All the Twitter.
All the Twitter nonsense.
Cretins.
I've got a video that came out on Thursday where we guessed the Doctor Who episodes.
Oh yeah. Me and Jack did a video together. We did Hoodle,
Yeah.
so check that out. But I've got a video coming out next Saturday where I do every every season 2 episode. It's about 2 hours, and then the Saturday after, I've got a 4-hour video, which is every Shooter Gatwa episode ranked. So it's hefty.
Lovely.
It's hefty, but obviously there'll be videos in between of new news and stuff like that. So stay tuned. The War Between the Land and the Sea. We'll chat more about that at some point. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a blessed rest of your Sunday. And I'm going to give you a big kiss. I'm not going to do that. That's weird. Right.
Stick a blind man.
It's the Kablam Man. See you later.